Hello everybody, so today I'm going to do my spring goals wrap-up video for 2013. It is already June and in a few weeks it's going to be summer, so I'm going to have to make my summer goals pretty soon. So I made a list of all my spring goals on here so I won't forget them. And the first was to do some new hairstyles, and I have been, if you have noticed in some of my videos, I kind of have like this sweeping braid type thing. It's not right whatsoever. It's totally wrong, but it works. It's not a French braid at all. I think I overlap it wrong. I overlap it like under, so it's kind of like more like a raised braid than a French braid, if that makes any sense. So I kind of have been doing that. And that's basically all that I know how to do today. It's just like a little clip bun thing, and most of the time it's up in a ponytail because it's quick and simple, and I don't have time to do a braid, but I did try out new hairstyles, so check out my other videos if you want to see my little swooping bang braid thing. My next goal was to run a marathon, and I did. Not the whole marathon, but I ran the half marathon about a month or so ago, and it was awesome. I am so proud of myself for running a marathon. My time was 2 hours 56 minutes, and I think it was 56 minutes or 53 minutes and 16 seconds. And I was so darn sore after. The day after, I could not walk. My hip joints and above my knee were so sore. I felt an old crippled lady because I could not walk. It hurt so much, but it was worth it. I am so proud of myself for running that far. I was done at mile 8. I was hurting. I was so done at mile 8, but I pushed on and I made it. And that's all that matters, is that I made it. The weather was super nice. It was not sunny at all. It was kind of cloudy. It looked like it was going to rain. The sun didn't show up until later in the afternoon. And that is perfect running weather if you run. You don't want the sun beaming down on you. So I run the marathon, and here is my medal for the half marathon, and it was awesome. I had a great time, and we all ran for Boston, so that was amazing. They did a little tribute to Boston, and there was a lot of people who were from Boston or who ran the Boston Marathon that were there, and it was such an amazing feeling, and I'm so proud of myself for running the marathon. And I will probably run another marathon again. I would try to kind of like beat my time, because I could have made it a lot sooner, but like I was saying, I was hurting after mile 8, and after that I stopped very frequently. So my time could have been a lot better if I didn't stop so much. The next goal was meditation, and I did my meditation challenge that was hosted by Deepak Chopra and Oprah Winfrey, and I kind of made a little breakthrough with my meditation. There was I don't know what day it was, but there was one day of the meditation. The music was just so moving and peaceful, and I just like went into a totally different place, and I was like on the beach, and I was like throwing rocks, and the sun was setting, and those rocks kind of symbolized me of kind of letting go of things, and letting go of the guy I used to have a crush on, and he was getting married. He's actually married now. He got married in May. And it was just kind of my symbol of kind of moving on and moving past that. Even though I never got any closure from him at all, it was just my time to let go. And I started crying. I was completely crying, and it was so moving. It was so moving. My eyes were closed, and I was just crying. Just the feeling was just so moving, and me throwing the rocks and stuff was just like, you have to let go, even though you don't have any closure or anything. You still have to move on, and you have to let that part go, and that is okay. So that's what I did, and ever since then I've been more accepting, and I really don't think about him all the time like he used to, because he's married, and that's what he wants to do. Then so be it. I'm happy for him. I hope it works out for him, but I still have to move on. And the next goal was to do crafty things for my niece's party, and I did. It was a Minnie Mouse theme, so I made these little Minnie Mouse things. They're just styrofoam balls, and I spray painted them pink. And my sister made this out of tulle. It's a little bow out of tulle and a little ribbon in the middle, and they're just sticks. They're just like little skewers, and they went in this jar like so. And this is just shredded paper that we shredded in the paper shredder. And yeah, this was an old this was a juice jar. And I also painted what is that, chalkboard paint, and I put chalk on. It's supposed to be red vines. We had this in our party. This was a mandarin orange jar. So yeah, we just used those, and yeah, I did a lot of crafty stuff for her party. So the next was make my sister a blanket, and I didn't, and it's too late now. It's summer. She don't need a blanket in the summer. She still has to find a pattern, and maybe I can make it anyway, and she can have it when it gets colder in the winter. And next is a garden, and I did make my garden, and I have a video clip of that, and I will leave that clip after this one. They don't look perfect, but they're edible, and that's kind of what all that matters. And I made a salad the other day of my lettuce mix that is growing in the garden, and it was awesome.
Hello everybody, so these are all the plants that I planted in March, and it is May now, so this was one of my spring goals. So here we have cucumber, and I put some basil in it, and they're actually doing better than the basil that is by itself. So these are cucumbers with some basil sprinkled in. There's another one in there, and this is like a lettuce spring mix. They're supposed to be purple, but the purple is very rare. It's mainly the green ones, so I have to trim these. These look really good. So this is like for salad. And down here is the dill, or not dill, excuse me, basil. And up here is spinach, and I cut some, so it kind of looks like there's only a little bit in here, but yeah, this is spinach. I think it's baby spinach, but I'm not sure. You can tell some creatures have been eating it. I didn't put any fertilizer or any bug repellent or anything on these, because I'm going to eat them, so I don't want chemicals in my food. So my method of getting rid of bugs and stuff is to pick them myself. So that is what I've been doing. I've got a few, like, it almost looks like a caterpillar, but it's not. I don't know what they are, but I pick them off. They like my spinach and my spring mix. So yeah, and then this is actually like a bell pepper mix. So they have been doing pretty good. I don't have any buds on them yet for peppers. I don't have any flower buds yet. As you can tell, some creatures have been eating them, but they look pretty good. So this is kind of my little garden, if you will, for the spring.
Okay, so next is meal plan, and if you watched my Target haul video, I bought this. It was on clearance, probably around February, March, somewhere around there. It's just a 13 calendar, and it's kind of a bigger, like a bigger calendar. You can write things in it, and as you can tell, I've been writing things in it. This is March, right? Yep, this one's March. And here's April. I did April's, and in May I kind of slacked a bit. Yeah, I kind of stopped a week. The last week of May, I stopped doing it because the holidays, and it's just crazy around here. And I'm like, for the next like 3 weeks, I'm like working a weekend, so my weekend's kind of shot. So I kind of lost motivation to do any meal plan. I usually do it like kind of on the weekend, so that's kind of why it's kind of been thrown off. So yeah, there's nothing in June yet, and it's actually June 5th today. So June's a little bare, so I have to do that. I usually make it out around Friday or Saturday, and then we go shopping either Saturday or Sunday. And Mondays I usually have like a crock pot meal or something like that because I work late. And if I work late any other day of the week, I will kind of make that meal according to me working late. So it'll be a crock pot meal, or it'll be a meal that I can make ahead of time, and my sister or my dad can throw the food in the oven, something like that. So that is my spring goals wrap up video, and I hope you enjoyed. So thanks for watching. Bye.